Hey there, it's therapy and relaxation. Today we're talking about rituals of healing. Let's go. Throughout human history, rituals have played a profound role in shaping the way societies commemorate, process, and heal from loss. Embedded in the very fabric of culture, ritual offers a structured means by which individuals and communities alike navigate the often tumultuous terrain of grief. While the specifics of ritual differ dramatically across geographies, religions, and traditions, the universal impulse to mark moments of loss and transition points to something deeply inherent to the human experience. At its core, grief is an instinctual response to losing someone or something significant. It can be overwhelming, unpredictable, and at times, isolating. In the wake of such loss, people may find themselves searching for something steady, some frame of reference in the chaos. This is where ritual enters, offering order and meaning in a landscape of emotional uncertainty. By adhering to long-held customs or creating new ones, mourners symbolically assert that though lives may be changed forever, all is not lost to disorder. Ritual thus becomes an anchor, grounding individuals in both a sense of identity and a continuum that transcends the immediate anguish of loss. Rituals of healing and mourning vary widely, from elaborate funerals attended by entire communities to the solitary lighting of a candle in memory of a loved one, from spoken prayers and songs to silent meditation. Yet, across their diverse forms, rituals often share certain characteristics. They are repetitive, symbolic actions. They punctuate time, separating the world before the loss from the world after. They publicly acknowledge grief while also providing an intimate space for private reflection. This intricate balance between the communal and the personal is a hallmark of effective ritual. The psychological benefits of ritual are well documented. Participation in ritual can serve to externalize grief, transforming it from an indescribable internal pain into something observable and actionable. This outward manifestation lends validation to sorrow. Where language may fall short, a shared gesture, rite, or symbol can communicate the depths of loss with clarity and compassion. For many, the act of coming together in ritual reminds them that they do not bear their grief alone, fostering a sense of solidarity and collective resilience. Even solitary rituals, performed outside the gaze of others, can reinforce this sense of belonging, a link to generations past who mourned and healed in similar ways. Moreover, ritual addresses one of the most challenging aspects of grief, its unpredictability. Emotions may ebb and flow, memories may surge unexpectedly, and the routines of daily life can falter. Ritual imposes a certain structure on the aftermath of loss. Funeral ceremonies, memorial services, anniversaries of death, or even regular visits to a gravesite. Each becomes a signpost, a way to contain and manage sorrow. The predictability of ritual can alleviate anxieties about doing grief right and provide a safe passage through the first disorienting days, weeks, and years following a loss. It is important to recognize, however, that ritual is not a cure or a quick solution to the pain of loss. Rather, it is a vessel in which that pain can be witnessed, honored, and gradually transformed. For some mourners, participating in customary rites marks the beginning of healing. For others, particularly those who feel estranged from tradition, ritual may need to be adapted or even invented anew to provide comfort and meaning. This adaptability is another central strength of ritual. It is both rooted in history and ever-evolving to reflect the needs and beliefs of those who observe it. One profound function of ritual is to bear witness to the existence and value of the person or object mourned. By pausing ordinary life to mark a passing, communities are reminded not only of their loss, but also of the interconnectedness that frames each life. Eulogies recount stories, songs evoke emotion, and tokens become relics through which memory persists. The act of remembrance, whether public or private, asserts against oblivion that what has been loved will not be forgotten. Ritual also helps mourners negotiate the complexity of ambivalent or unresolved relationships. In some cases, losses are complicated by regret, anger, or unfinished conversations. Ritual provides a safe and accepted context in which to express, process, and, when possible, let go of these tangled emotions. The language of ritual can transcend personal histories, and its formalized practices are, at times, more forgiving than the spoken word. In this way, ritual can facilitate forgiveness and reconciliation, not only with the departed but with oneself and the world. Modern approaches to grief often emphasize individual narratives and psychological insight, which are invaluable tools. Yet, ritual endures precisely because it taps into dimensions of healing that lie beyond intellectual analysis. The sensory richness of ritual, the scent of incense, the ringing of bells, the feeling of cold marble beneath one's hand, can trigger deep, embodied responses. These sensory cues signal to the nervous system that something significant is happening, helping individuals process emotional pain, not just cognitively, but physically and spiritually as well. The communal aspect of ritual also serves an essential social function. Public mourning rituals, such as funerals or memorial services, gather friends, families, and broader communities in acknowledgement of a shared loss. This gathering serves as an affirmation of support and ensures that mourners are not left isolated in their suffering. Collective rituals can strengthen social bonds by fostering empathy, shared purpose, and even moments of transcendence that lift people out of the numbness or despair that so often marks the early stages of grief. Of course, the cultural context in which ritual is practiced cannot be overlooked. Every society interprets grief and constructs rituals differently. Some traditions emphasize stoic endurance, while others encourage open expression. Some cultures mark lengthy periods of mourning, complete with prescribed attire and activities, whereas others favor brief, direct acknowledgement of loss, followed by a return to daily life. The challenge for those who grieve is to find or create rituals that resonate personally while honoring familial, cultural, or spiritual roots. In an increasingly secular and individualized world, some worry that traditional rituals are losing their potency. Yet, this transition is as much an opportunity as it is a challenge. People are increasingly taking the role of ritual into their own hands, designing ceremonies that reflect the unique spirit and circumstances of both the mourner and the one mourned. Whether through writing letters, planting trees, creating art, curating digital memorials, or gathering at meaningful sites, these new rituals build upon the foundational needs met by their more formalized predecessors. The essential elements remain: commemoration, connection, meaning-making, and, ultimately, healing. Furthermore, ritual offers a space in which the paradoxes of grief can coexist: joy and sorrow, presence and absence, remembrance and letting go. The interplay of these opposites is mirrored in the structure of the many rituals. For instance, a funeral may begin with lamentation and end with a communal meal or a symbolic act of hope. By moving participants through these contrasting emotional states, ritual helps integrate the full spectrum of feeling, fostering a sense of wholeness in the wake of fragmentation. Ritual may also open the door to ongoing transformation. While healing from loss is seldom a linear process, ritual can be revisited as needed, on anniversaries or significant dates, or whenever old wounds resurface. In this way, ritual becomes not just a response to a single event, but a lifelong companion on the journey of living with loss. It grants permission to honor grief as it continues to evolve across the years, allowing both pain and gratitude to find their expression. It is crucial, however, that rituals do not become empty performances. Their power lies in the intention and presence with which they are enacted. When performed with mindfulness and heartfelt engagement, rituals can be profoundly healing. When dutifully enacted without attention to meaning, they risk alienating the mourner entirely. For this reason, counselors and spiritual leaders often encourage those in grief to seek, shape, and participate in rituals that feel authentic and restorative. In conclusion, the role of ritual in healing is both ancient and adaptive, reflecting the enduring human need to make sense of loss and to renew hope in the face of sorrow. Through ritual, grief is given shape and space, community is reaffirmed, and the impossible becomes, if not fully bearable, at least shareable. Whether steeped in tradition or forged in the present moment, rituals are among the most powerful tools we have for honoring our losses and finding our way forward, one step at a time. As we gather, remember, and enact meaning together, we participate in the timeless dance of mourning and healing, drawing strength from the rituals that have guided generations before us, and, in turn, illuminating a path for those who will follow. Thanks for sticking around. Don't forget to subscribe us and check out therapyandrelaxation.com for more. See you tomorrow.